Hey guys, you read the title correctly. This is my BFB Candyland or BFB Ship AU explanation. Yeah, the background's gonna be black because I don't know why, because I'm very lazy and I want to get this done quickly because I know this is going to be a very long video because the AU is very long. So yeah, sorry. Let's talk about the past really quickly. Know the forest fire in that one edit that I made about forest in a video that I'm going to make in future about the AU? That forest fire is not the forest fire that killed Cherry Bomb in the video that she died in. So yeah, if anyone was wondering what that fire was, someone else started that fire, not Forest. I don't know where to start because there wasn't really a start to this AU in the first place. There was only an end and no beginning. So I'm just gonna start here. So basically, I don't know where to start. There's no beginning to this AU, if that makes sense. Like, I started this AU in a random spot, which is very awkward to talk about. Okay, so basically, so this AU starts off with Flower, which most of you are going to be very confused. This AU starts off with Flower, and she was just at this club. She was talking to Lollipop, and Lollipop was just like, hey, why don't you go talk to someone else? And she was like, you're right. Then she went up to this other person, which happens to so be this one person named Matt. And I'm probably going to change his name because Matt is the father of Mark, or should I say Notebook or Notepad. That's his object form. I'm probably going to change his name, but I'm just going to go with Matt for right now because that's his name right now. He owned a candy shop. That sounds very strange saying it. And at that time, he just opened it, so he was wondering if she'd like to come over and check out the place and see what was going on. And she agreed. I just don't know what to say, really. It's just very awkward to talk about this AU because there's no start, because you guys might be so confused because I don't make anything about that part of the AU, so it's really hard trying to explain it to you guys when you don't know what's going on. So basically Matt, or no name right now, no object name right now, brought her over, Flower over. Yes, Flower is the start of this series, which makes literally no sense right now, but whatever. Brought her over, and then decides to kill her, which sounds very wrong and weird. Also, Four never had a reason to recover anyone anymore. Four is in this AU, but he never had a reason to recover anyone anymore because they're not in an object show anymore, so why bother recovering them? He's not just gonna keep recovering them forever and ever so they can live literally forever. So Flower ends up dying because, I don't know, Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, it's like the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's where they just, like, die and be in animatronics, where that's basically what happened to Flower. She ends up being this candy robot just so he can make money off of entertainment. Matt, like, he kills her and then puts her in this, like, this sounds so weird, like, puts her in this candy robot called Cotton Candy. I know, I suck at making names. He put her in this little candy robot called Cotton Candy, which is supposed to look like cotton candy. Like this girl with pink hair and just dressed up in white, like the weird cone. It's not ice cream though. And yeah, that's basically what happened. I don't know what to say. This is so weird. But yeah, anyways, onto the fiery feet part of the AU. Now, I know some of you don't ship fiery feet anymore, and that's fine. I just like you can just like pretend it's not fiery feet, if that makes sense. Okay, so basically, Fiery and Leafy had 4 kids. If you didn't know, Asher, Forrest, River, and Sugar. By the way, if you're wondering why River and Sugar are named River and Sugar, because that's the name of real leaf names. I think River Maple and Sugar Birch. Yeah. And I named Forest and Asher the way, like Asher like ashes and Forest like leaves of trees. Yeah. I don't know. So it's Asher's birthday, and he's like obsessed with candy, so he wanted to go to Matt's candy shop for his birthday. I don't know. So they went there. They see the candy robot, and everyone's very like surprised and coolness. Yeah, coolness. So Matt talks to Fiery and Leafy while the kids are very distracted by the robot, because the robot plays the violin, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know any robots that play the violin except Con Candy. But anyways, Fiery and Leafy get taken to this room where they get killed. And the kids get taken home, where they had to live with their aunt, which is Leafy's sister, Lily. And that's basically where the fiery feet part of the AU starts. Okay, since I've been talking about this a lot, I'm actually going to realize that I'm going to actually have to make this into a second part, because I've been talking for a while, actually. And I hope some of you aren't bored, which maybe a lot of you are. I'm sorry. If you don't like talking, then leave. If you want to know the AU, then stick around. But if you don't like talking, then I don't know what you're supposed to do. Anyways, if you're wondering, like, Rose and Bloom, Flower's children, they were alive, they were born, they were aged. That sounds so weird. They grew up. They were the same as how they are in the AU now. When Flower died. Yeah. Well, I don't really know how to say if Flower is actually dead or not. Like, she's still alive. She's just in the body of Cotton Candy. Yeah. Anyways, one night, River, one of Leafy and Fiery's kids, decides to sneak in to the candy shop to try and find their missing mom and dad. And they see these 2 new robots named Poppy and Coca. Poppy's a lollipop and Coca's a chocolate bar. Yeah. She asked them where were they? And Poppy asked what was her name, and when she told her, they knew that they were like River knew that Poppy and Coca were her mom and dad, and Poppy and Coca knew that River was, River. And then they heard Matt coming in, so she ran into the other room, and that's when Matt found her and then killed her. So, 1, so she wouldn't tell anyone about this, and 2, so he can make more money out of entertainment. Which I hate him. I hate it. I hate my own character. Let's go on Mark's or Notepad's side of the AU. So, Matt is Mark's father. okay? The psychopath himself is Mark's father. So basically in past, like, Mark forced this, like, no, Matt really liked this girl in his class. And, like, when they grew up, Matt, like, became a psychopath and started killing people for fun. And he forced her to marry him. And then, I don't know how to say this, Mark was born. And, like, he still kept killing people. Matt still kept killing people. Also, Mark had a little sister. Her name was Mira. But, yeah, her name was Mira. Yeah, I think that's what her name was, yeah. Her name was Mira. And, like, okay, I'm not going to go into too much story right here. But, yeah, I keep saying that. Mark and Matt have such similar names. Mark did have a sister, a little sister. Like he was 16, she was like 8. Like a little sister, you know? And yeah. So basically, he was friends with Forrest. Mark was friends with Forrest for a while, like since they were little kids, like since they were like 5. They met, like, I don't know, on the playground or something. I don't know where they met specifically. But they did meet, and they were very, very, very good friends. Like, they did literally everything together. And then Matt tried to get Mark to unfriend his friend and do bad things to him just so he can kill him and do the same exact thing with his mom and dad and sisters. I forgot to say that Sugar died too. Yeah. So he forced Mark to unfriend Forrest and be very mean to him so that he could kill him, so that he can do the same exact thing they did with his family. Forrest actually thought about killing himself just so he can be with his family. But before he did, Rose stopped him. You know, Flower's child, Rose. Rose stopped him before he did. And he told him about, like, what would happen to Asher? What do you think? Asher still loves you? Asher's still alive? Asher, like, his little brother Asher is still alive. And he thought that Asher would be alone and he had to protect him. And he still had a life ahead of him, so he decided not to. And then when Rose left, he was still there. And then all of a sudden, Mark just comes out of nowhere and pushes him off the roof and kills him. This is such a long explanation, I don't know what to say anymore. Mark didn't intend to push Forrest off. He was forced to by his father, and his father would pay him just to kill him. So he did, and once he did, he deeply regretted it. And he told Rose about it. And the next day, he comes back alive, fully well. The reason why that is because when he fell, he did die. So he fell into a forest, died. His spirit walked around a little bit and saw his little brother Asher dead. Matt killed Asher too, but he decided not to do anything with his dead body. He just left it there. So Asher is dead. A little 8-year-old is dead. That's sad. And then, I I don't know what to say. A moment of silence really quickly. A, two, two spirits came to him, which was Nightmare and Nova. They told him that they could revive him and take control of his body and help him be alive. Is that the right word? Be alive? Is that right? But yeah, two spirits came over to her. A guy and a girl named Nightmare and Nova. And they told him that they could revive him and control his body to help him stay alive. And Forrest agreed and gifted him with a weird halo and wings with their colors, which is black and white. And then the next day, he just comes back fully alive, but with wings. And everyone heard about him dying, but they were very shocked, especially Mark. And Mark was happy that he was alive. And Forrest started bullying him for doing that. And then Forrest actually ends up accidentally killing him. Well, not accidentally, kind of on purpose for revenge for killing him. Even though Forrest didn't know that he was forced to kill him. Then Nova told Forrest that she could revive him too and control his body while also controlling Forrest's body. Well, Nightmare is like Forrest's savior, and Nova comforts Forrest when he feels upset or angry. So she could keep him alive and keep Mark alive at the same time. So he kind of regretted killing him, so he agreed, because he sometimes had negative thoughts that it was on accident. Alright, bunches of berries, that's gonna be it for this video today, because I don't want this video to last for like an hour, because my AU is very long. I am gonna make a part 2, so I hope you guys are excited about part 2. Anyways, I'm sorry I couldn't tell all of it in this video. I just thought it would be very, very, very boring. So yeah, love y'all. Bye.